Let's bring you back to our focus this morning. Police have arrested yet another suspected drug mule at the country's biggest and busiest airport, OR Tambo International. A 43-year-old Paraguayan man who was traveling from Brazil was found to have swallowed pellets of suspected cocaine. The latest arrest brings into focus questions around why South Africa remains an attractive destination for drug rings. In this special feature, Newzroom Afrika's Mnisi speaks to foreign inmates who were nabbed in this country.
In the cold, dark aisle of the female section of Johannesburg prison, popularly known as Sun City, I walk to meet Ida Cabana from Paraguay, who is serving time for drug trafficking. The hairdresser's dream of expanding her business led her to the world of narcotics in 2012. She was lured by a client and gave in. Cabana made her first successful trip to South Africa, which gave her money to fulfill her dream. She was even able to save. But then drug kingpins came back, threatening her to go back. But her second trip wasn't as successful.
I arrived there in Rotterdam, and they just called me. They says, come the side, come the side. So I just went and said, where's your bag? Your traveling bag, your suitcase. But in signal language, because I didn't understand a word. They just said to me, come, in signal language. I went there. She said, the police said to me, look, who is yours? Like it, what you do? Take it, what is yours? Because it's coming in the bag, in the suitcase. In this case, it's coming, it's like a shampoo, because they prepare like a liquid, the drug. Because this is how they call block. And then they have to unblock it with some chemical things, so it can come back to normal. And I took it, but the police went straight to the bottle and just cut and said, here's the drug.
She was handed a hefty 18-year sentence after drugs worth an estimated 2 million rands were recovered. The 40-year-old has been behind bars for 10 years in a foreign country with not a single visit from her children or other family members.
What is life like here?
Every day is the challenge. Because no one day is the same. Every day is a new thing, is a new challenge you have to face. And I never hug it. None of my blood family, from 10 years.
None of them have visited you?
I have my embassy who's coming to see me, and I met some of inmates, colleagues, family members who sometimes they come to see me.
But none from your own?
None from my own. I never got visited. I never hugged none of my family, which is, for me, it's important. I think it's for every human being. It's important, the hug.
Of the 14 arrests made by police so far, 4 are from Brazil, a country where 25-year-old Ryan de Souza is from. She sits in a small cell detailing how she turned to drug trafficking to provide for her soon-to-be-born son. This after the man who impregnated her refused to father the baby. She says she always wanted to come to South Africa, but to work as a doctor. But instead, she gave birth as an inmate in South Africa. And she last saw her baby on the day she received her 15-year sentence. This is also the day he took his first steps.
When they give my sentence, like I didn't know English. So when they say 15 years, for me was that 15 years. I never understand when they say they're taking 5 years out. So I come down and he was standing in the pen. She was look at me and I was crying, but she was smiling. So he come to me and he start walking. There I say, oh my words, he's gonna go before me. I was just repeating that my son will go before me.
Moroccan trafficker Sabrine Mabroki too was pregnant and desperate. She had to learn how to speak South African languages.
I learned English, where is the most language that I can communicate with everyone in a perfect way. Sizulu, I can run. I don't want to gossip about me because I understand. I'm cold.
These women sit behind bars acknowledging their wrongs with little hope of seeing their loved ones anytime soon. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Mnisi at the Johannesburg Correctional Services Center.